says we're live.
Yay.
You see that?
I see it.
Do you have the chat window up?
Yes.
Can you write something in it? I can't see mine. Oh, it just came up under, Right. It doesn't say if anybody's on or not. Like it says 0 viewers, but I don't know if that means.
I know, I don't know how to check that.
Maybe I'll just post in the group. Or if anyone's on and they can hear us and you can chat, tell us you're here. So we know if you're here.
Please say hi.
Hello. No. Because when we did it yesterday, I had to chat on the side, and now I don't have that.
Oh,
I just
on my left of my screen, if you bring your cursor all the way over.
Now I see it.
Sorry.
Okay. This will be a small miracle if this actually works.
My God.
Lauren trusting me to do this. So I mean, it's recorded. I guess we can just get started whether or not we know people are on here. Right?
Yeah. I mean, it's 12:01. Maybe just give it like another minute. Where's my phone? You don't see anything in Fit4 that says people are having trouble getting on?
I am checking that now.
Lisa just texted me, no one's there.
No one's there?
Yeah, but that was at 12, so maybe.
Oh dear, maybe I spoke too soon.
It says live.
I know. I mean, and I went in through the right link, so I don't know. Well, I can go and copy the link. No, that's in, I don't know. Oh, it says we have 1 viewer.
Oh, okay. I can't see that because.
Oh, we've got 2 now. Woohoo! Okay, people are getting on. Yay!
Let's just give it another minute because maybe people were trying to get on and we.
Yeah, if anybody's on and you can hear us, can someone just hit the chat and say like hello so we know that you're here, because we're trying to make sure that we know what we're doing.
For first time.
Or at least what we're doing. Oh, we lost a viewer. At least what we're doing works. Anyone? I don't have anything on Fit4. Let me refresh. Oh, what? Oh, there we go. Heather can see us both. Okay, yay, someone can see us. Oh, no, go back. All right, well then I guess we'll just, if somebody can get on, then that's good. So I think we should probably just get started. And, you know, if people pop on late, then they pop on late, and then they can watch the recording later if they miss something. So, hey, Fit4, thanks for getting on with us, with Megan and I today. I'm Angela, for those of you that may not know me. And we are taking charge of our team call today for Lauren, as she is in the air right now on her way to Cancun without us. So what we're going to do is Megan's going to pretty much walk you through how she runs her business as far as going from getting people from challenger all the way through to coach. Megan did pre-record her part because, as you can probably see, she is home with her little guy right now, and you know how little guys can be a little unpredictable. So what we're going to do is we're going to have her come on, screen share, play her recording, and then if anybody has any questions, you guys can post it in the little chat box here, and then we'll try to run through that at the end, okay? So Meg, why don't you unmute, and then I will mute myself, and you can.
All right, so I'm gonna go into screen share. Can you see my screen? Yes, okay. And then I'm gonna go to my QuickTime and play. Hi, Fit Force! So, Megan Saienni here. I'm really excited to be here. This is probably the biggest call I've ever done. I'm a little nervous. This is all very new for me, but super excited to be able to share with you guys a little bit about what I do as a coach. And, you know, I'm going to go over a lot of information, but I'm going to try and keep it kind of general and kind of brief because, you know, I could just talk forever and ever, and I don't want to do that to you guys. So I'm going to get down to it. And Lauren wanted me to talk to you guys about just kind of what I do from beginning to end, basically like signing up my challengers and turning them into successful coaches. So basically, I'm just going to get right down to it. I'm going to start at the beginning. I am very consistent with my posting and my promoting. And because I'm so consistent, it generates for me a ton of private messaging. And, you know, in those private messages is where I get my success club points. Because if you go to my profile page, you know, you might not see a lot of likes. Sometimes I put something up and I get 6 likes, and it can seem kind of discouraging, like there's not a lot of activity, but I could have got 6 private messages off that. For whatever reason, people are always very like private about their health and fitness when they're first starting out because they're not happy with themselves. So, you know, they're kind of shy and not something that they really want to like blast on social media the way that we do because we're so proud. You know, it's all done in like a private message. So just know that like what you're putting out there doesn't go unnoticed. People see that and they will message you and they will contact you. Before I get into what I do, the other thing I want to say to you guys is I have 31 personally sponsored coaches, and I had to look this up because I was pretty sure of myself, but I wanted to be entirely sure. All but one, so 30 out of 31 of my coaches started with a 21-day fix challenge pack. That's like crazy. So my advice to you guys before we even begin, if you haven't done the 21-day fix, you should, because it's an amazing program that I am so passionate about that I think the entire world needs to do. And I feel like my passion for that program comes off, which is why I'm so successful at promoting it and hitting Success Club 18 and signing up challengers and turning them into coaches, because if the program is followed correctly, it is surefire. It is surefire to work. And, you know, if you think that Shakeology puts some pep in your step, wait till you combine it with a portion-controlled meal plan. I mean, wow. Like, I have never felt so alive. So if you have those containers and you didn't finish out your full 21 days, or you've been on the fence about doing this program, do it and recruit as many people as you can to do it with you. But basically, so I'll get a message in Facebook, which is how a lot of this goes down for me, and I'll make a personal connection with the potential customer before I even talk about the 21-day fix. A lot of times I'll get a one-line message. Hey, Megan, tell me more about this 21-day fix. You look great, period. And when I write them back initially, I don't even talk about Beachbody. I don't talk about the fix. I don't talk about any of that. I ask them about their family, where they're living, how they've been, congratulations on your wedding, whatever it is, I make friends with them again. You know, Angela is one of my best friends in the whole wide world. And, you know, if she sent me a message or called me or texted me about the 21-day fix, I wouldn't pick up the phone and be like, hey, okay, so you get 7 color-coded containers. That's not how my conversation would start with her because she's my friend. So connect with the person, get yourselves caught up, then talk about the 21-day fix, then talk about Insanity Max 30, then talk about Payo and the refresh. And then, the other thing I want to mention to you guys about messaging is when I first started, those sample conversations that we have in the file section are incredible. They're an incredible resource for you to figure out how you want to word things. There's tons of one-liners in those sample conversations that I use all the time. What I found that I was doing is copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste every time I have a challenger interested in doing something. I mean, that's fine. You can do that. But when I stopped doing that and treated every customer as an individual as opposed to someone that I would just copy paste, like, I'm not a telemarketer, I'm not customer service. I'm making a connection with someone. I'm selling them something, not just products. I'm selling them a whole lifestyle, myself, my coaching, everything. They don't want to copy paste sales technique. They want to feel a connection with us and feel like trust is being built in us and that they're going to make this awesome decision and investment in their health. So it's time consuming, but it's super effective. Every challenger is different. There's no copy paste out there that's going to be appropriate for every single person that you talk to. Then, I'll get down to the challenge pack with them. I always pitch the challenge pack. It's the best option for the customer. It's the best value for the customer. I don't even offer the essential pack until I hear flat out from the customer, I cannot afford that. Fine. I think that's totally understandable. I've been that person. I've been that person that couldn't afford a $205 challenge pack, and it sucks. So get them started with what they can afford. Don't discount them because of a financial reason. I mean, build that trust with them. Let them know that you're not just trying to make money off them. Let them know that you're trying to help improve their health. So if that's with an essential pack to get them started, great. And down the road, if they can afford Shakeology, we'll add that piece in. And down the road, if we think coaching is appropriate for them, then we'll add that piece in. But never dismiss someone just because, they tell you that they can't afford it. Once it's a done deal and they're ready for the link and we send them that link to order, I stop talking. Too much information can be really overwhelming for a new customer, and you can pick up where you left off when their package arrives. So you kind of don't want to give it all away up front so that you have nothing else to work with them as, the next month goes on or however long your challenge is. Like I said, you can pick up where you left off when they arrive. Now, if it's a 21-day fix challenger, I send them an email the next day with kind of what to expect. So I find with 21-day fix challengers, they're very anxious to get started. They want to start eating better. They want to start exercising. They want to drink more water. They want to get their Shakeology. So I send them an email that goes over like clean eating, their water intake, eliminating their sugars, eliminating their sodium from their diet, and it makes it so much easier on them to get started. That way, day 2, they're not like crashing from their caffeine headache or, winding down from having 6 donuts for breakfast, and all of a sudden they have this horrific headache and they're dying of thirst. And, I kind of help them clean things up a little bit before it arrives and give them some things to do at home in the 5 to 7 days it takes their stuff to ship out. I plug them into our challenge group immediately so that they can start getting inspired and kind of get their meals, under control and figure out things that they can eat that they like and things that they can't eat that they like and things that they don't like that they can eat. And, it kind of helps them get like a mental idea of like what's coming down the pipeline for them. That way when they get started, they can go all in and not have any hiccups or mistakes or challenges or hurdles to overcome. I give them my contact info. I attach a measurement card. I attach a container tracker so that, they can print out extras and kind of go from there. Every Sunday, I message all my challengers just to check in on them. And then I check in on my challenge groups daily. I'm very present in my challenge groups, almost to a fault. I'm starting to think that I might need to ease up on that a little bit. But, I check in on them constantly. And I keep an ongoing list of every challenge pack that I have sold and the date that it was purchased. And what I do with that list, and this advice to you guys, I mean, it's golden. When I started doing this was when I started signing up like 5 coaches a month. I went from signing like 1 or 2 coaches a month to signing like 5 or 6 coaches a month. I keep a list. I write down the date that they ordered their challenge pack, and right before their Shakeology is going to ship again, I send them a message and I remind them. And I, say, is this something you wish to continue to receive? And if they say yes, then, I present the coaching opportunity. And I present it in a way that is just about the discount. I don't get into the sales or anything like that. I don't want them to feel as if they're being sold to. I want to establish their trust. I want to get them the best price on their shake. And if they're interested in coaching, they usually will bring it up to me. Or once they're signed up for the discount and it's all said and done, I'll usually send like a little one-liner, like, great, you're all set. And just so you know, if you ever wish to sell, you know where to find me. If you ever wish to, get involved with this, refer a couple friends, there's great income to be made, and I'm happy to help you with that. And then I leave them alone. You need to get into the practice of promoting the coaching opportunity every single time you sell a challenge pack. You just throw it out there, and either they shoot it right back, or they take it. And you're going to get told no way more than you're going to get told yes. But if you just keep it simple and just ask. I mean, you don't have to have some page-long reason for doing this that makes it sound so awesome. I mean, you can just simply ask. And from there, you can kind of pick up on the vibe. And you can kind of figure out where it's going. It's not our decision to make. It's not our decision to make whether or not the coaching opportunity is right for them, whether or not the discount coaching opportunity is right for them. It just needs to be mentioned. And it can be mentioned in a one-liner, and you can be told no. But you're going to be told no more than you're going to be told yes. But I guarantee if you get in the habit of doing this every single time, you're going to get told yes way more than you think. You're going to be shocked with yourself. And that's how it was for me. I was like, oh my God, that was so easy. I can't believe I've been overcomplicating this for so long. And then, once they're a coach, I add them to my team page, and I add them to the new Fit Force training group. And when I see that they're actually like working the business is when I add them into all the other stuff. I don't want to overwhelm coaches who aren't all in. So until I see a coach that's actually all in and doing the trainings and making a sale or two here and there is when I start to say, okay, now we need to start plugging in some more stuff, some more groups, some more things. We need to grow you. What else did I want to say? Let me take a peek at my notes here. So yeah, basically once they've completed the training that Lauren has, and guys, let me tell you, for the past year, I've plugged into so many trainings, and that site that Lauren has put together for us is an invaluable resource. She could charge tons of money for that thing if she wanted to. I mean, it is incredible. It is all right there. There is nothing in that page that would be missing as of yet that I've seen. I've done tons of trainings, and the information in there is clear, it's easy to follow, it's everything that a new coach needs to get started, and I really wish I would have had that tool when I signed up. So basically, I highly encourage my coaches to start there, and until they get that page done, do I start thinking about goal setting for them. My first goal for my new coaches is to always hit Success Club. Once they start hitting Success Club, I give them their second goal, and that's to go Emerald. And when that can happen in the same month, that is enormous success for a coach, enormous. And when I look back on myself when I first started, the fact that didn't happen to me and all the mistakes that I made, it makes me like angry. I'm like, why didn't I get it done? Why didn't I just buckle down and do it and get it done? I mean, there's so much training out there. And if I had taken it a little bit more seriously from the get-go, I can't even imagine where I would be right now. Once, I have a coach that goes Emerald, we always talk like the leaders. I know Angela and I say this all the time. Like, you go Emerald and you're so happy and you're going to get your free leads and you're like, this is freaking amazing. And then Diamond seems like this lost land so far away, years down the road. And it seems like an unattainable goal, but it's really not. I mean, so if you reverse engineer it and you break it down, basically you just want to go Emerald again, and then go Emerald again, and then go Emerald again. Because going Emerald is easy. That's just 2 coaches. Diamond's 8, so that seems kind of hard and far off. But, just break it down into small, simple goals. Basically, you want to go Emerald over and over and over and over again. And, right now, I'm a 2-star qualifying Diamond, and my goal for this week is to go Emerald again. So my goal, your goal, it's a level playing field as far as that is concerned. And, it's just it can all be done just by presenting the opportunity. If you present the opportunity over and over and over, like I said before, you're definitely going to get told no. But, you're going to also get told yes every once in a while too. And then eventually you'll get told yes enough to advance your business to the next level. And if you're consistent and you put in the work and you get yourself organized, you can take this business to where you want it to be, whether that's diamond or 5-star diamond or superstar diamond even. I mean, the opportunity is there. So, figure out what kind of coach you want to be, set your goals, and, just make it happen. Plug into the trainings, set your goals, break it down. When that goal's hit, move on to the next one. And, you guys can get there. I know that Lauren and Ange and I, we look back on our career as coaches and we want this so bad for you guys. Like when I signed up, if someone had asked me would I be where I am now, or would I be doing what I'm doing now, the answer would have been no. Oh my God, no, that won't happen for me. But maybe I'll make $100 or $200 in the meantime, and that's cool. And it just grew, and it grew into so much more than I could ever imagine. And we really want that for you guys. So I hope all this information was helpful. And if anyone has any questions or concerns or things, that they want to ask me about, feel free to message me. I don't mind. I can't promise I'll get back to you right away because I am starting to get a little bit busier. But if you drop a message in my inbox, I will get back to you, I promise. But I guess that's all for now, guys. And thanks for listening to me. And I hope this was helpful. All right. Have a good day, Good Force. Bye.
Hi.
Hey, that was awesome.
Thank you.
Meg. All right, so I just want to kind of do a quick recap of what Megan said and kind of just like run down some of the points that I wrote down as she was talking, like things that I thought were important. And so number one, you want to build the relationship. Okay, that's like your priority. Don't just dive in saying, hey, don't you want to buy this and do this? And it's like, hey, how are you? What's going on? How's life? How's your kids? That kind of thing. And then it will naturally, hopefully, transition into discussion about a product. And then number two, pitch the challenge pack first. Put it out there. See if that's what they want. I mean, we know it's worth it and we know the value in it. So you might as well just put it out there and let them decide whether or not they can afford it. And then, move on from there. Once they say yes, stop talking. Don't give them a ton more information. They said yes, great. Get them to sign up, get them to place their order, and then start giving them information after that. But don't overload them in the beginning with tons of information that they're just going to give them time to like panic and freak and think this is way too much and I can't handle this and get out of there. Let's see, what did I write next? And then number 4, after they sign up, send an email with some tips to help them get started based on, whatever program it is they choose. Just have a list that you keep on hand somewhere and send it to them so they can start prepping in that and mentally preparing in that time while they're waiting for things to get shipped to them. And get them into a challenge group right away so that they can have something to start. That would be great, Meg. They can start looking at, getting inspired, and connecting with some other people that are going to be going through the same thing as them. Then what did I write next? Have a presence in your challenge group when you're running your group. Make sure you're there. Make sure they know you're there. Be liking and commenting and encouraging your challengers, and make sure they know that you actually care about them. You weren't just trying to make the sale. And so when you show up in your challenge group, that shows them that, you are really there for them and you want them to succeed. Megan's talking about her getting a little bit busier now and not being able to be in her challenge groups anymore. That's kind of where I am. I mean, I used to live in my challenge groups and I was just there all day, all the time. And as soon as somebody would post something, I was right there to comment on them. And it's just not realistic for me right now. And that's not what this is about. We're not supposed to be tethered to our phones or our computers all the time. So I've tried to just make a schedule to check in. I spend like 5-10 minutes, like 3 times a day, just checking into my groups. And that's when I go in and I follow up on people and I like and comment. And it still seems to be working for me. So don't don't feel like you have to live in there and respond to somebody the second they post something. Keep a list of who orders and when they order especially your challenge pack, so that you know when that next shipment is going to be, and you can reach out to them. One, it's really nice to just kind of give them a heads up that that shipment is going to happen. And if they, if maybe they want to cancel, maybe they want to delay, and that's okay too. But maybe this is the time where you can be like, hey, I see that you love Shakeology and you're totally rocking it in this challenge group. So don't you want a discount on it? I mean, like Meg said, just you got to make the ask. You got to put it out there. You can't make that decision for them. You don't have to really talk about it being a coaching discount. Just be like, it's a discount, I mean, if you're going to give a friend a coupon to go buy something they're going to buy anyway, I mean, of course they're going to want it. I mean, who doesn't want a discount? So, and then you never know, they might be ready to move on at some point, or even at the beginning, they may be, yeah, I want to give this coaching thing a try, but you'll never know if you don't make that ask. Then you want to add them into, let's say they sign up as a coach, and then you add them into your team page and the training page, and give them the website and get them started. Like Meg said, that website is ridiculous. There's everything there they need. We have the awesome training group going now where they can go for questions, and of course they can always come to you, their coach. We just have so many great things for people to get the ball rolling when they're ready. And then the next thing to do is to set goals with them. Get them through the beginning of that training, and then set some goals. If they want to start making this business work for them and making an income, you got to hit Success Club. It's just that simple. That is how you're going to build your business. You need to hit Success Club. Hitting Success Club means that you've got that return with people coming back for Shakeology, and that means you're building people into your challenge groups, and those people are the most likely to become your coaches. One other thing I just wanted to add in was that when you're in your challenge groups, be on the lookout for those people that stick out to you that would make great coaches, and give them a little bit of extra attention. And I'm not saying go right in and just be like, hey, I think you'd be a coach, but during that challenge, just make sure you drop a message to them, a personal message, not just in the group on a comment or something. Be like, you're doing awesome. I'm so proud of you. I'm so impressed with how well you're connecting in the group, and that you're being so brave to put these posts out there and talk about your struggles and your fears and that kind of thing. That's what really will help making that ask when you get towards the end of it that much easier. And it won't really seem like it comes out of nowhere if you're following up with them throughout that challenge and kind of encouraging them along. And Meg and I ran a lot of challenge groups together, all of them, when she first started. And, we would kind of help each other out with that, especially if I saw somebody on one of her challengers, I would reach out to them and send them a personal message and let them know. And a lot of them turned into coaches, discount or otherwise. And she would do the same thing for me. So when you're running challenge groups together, it helps to, especially for your challenger, to not only see their coach encouraging them, but another coach thinking and kind of telling them, wow, they're doing awesome. And it kind of builds that confidence that, yeah, maybe I can do this coaching thing. So that's another really good thing about running challenge groups with other people. So I think that's it. Meg, that was just fantastic. I loved it. I didn't see if there's any other comments right here.
Thank you. It was a lot of information.
Yeah, kind of ran through it. Boom, 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 which is great. So if there aren't if anybody has any questions they want us to go over real quick, we can do that. You can post them. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you guys a little assignment. I want to challenge each of you to go out there and connect with 3 new people today. I want you to do this today, or whatever day it is that you're watching this. I want you to go connect with 3 new people. It should take you 5 minutes tops. shoot them a message. Just be like, hey, you just popped in my news feed. I haven't heard from you in a while. How are you? You know, look at their pictures and be like, oh my gosh, I saw you just went to Jamaica. That looks like an amazing trip. You know, how was it? Just connect with 3 new people. Send them a message, 3 people you haven't talked to in a while. The other thing I want you to do is maybe you've been talking and building some relationships with people. Go send 3 people a message right now, inviting them to your next challenge. Whatever your next challenge is, go ask them, hey, I'm doing this challenge, blah, 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 starting on the 20th. Do you want to join me? I think it's going to be a lot of fun and you might like it. And maybe they say yes, and maybe they say no. And you know what? You're still going to be alive, I promise. So don't be afraid to ask. And then the last thing I want you to do is to pick 3 people that are in one of your challenges right now and make the ask. Go to them. 3 people you know that are loving Shakeology, 3 people, or like if they're really active in your group, just go talk to them and be like, hey, would you be interested in getting a discount on like, are you planning on continuing with your Shakeology? Yeah? Okay, great. Would you like to get it at a discount? Yeah. Okay, great. Here's how you do it. So I want you to post those names of those people that you talk to under the flyer that we posted in FitForce for this call. And that way we can check on you to see if you're getting your homework done. But do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. And then the other thing was that we are going to be, Lauren is going to be running a Push to Emerald group starting on the 27th. So it's like, you know, like a week or so, 2 weeks away. So get yourselves ready because everybody needs to go Emerald. Just like Meg said, everybody needs to go Emerald. I need to go Emerald. She needs to go Emerald. Lauren needs to go Emerald because everybody needs 2 more coaches, right? That's how we're all going to keep building our businesses and our teams. That's the way to go. Everybody's got to go Emerald and go Emerald and go Emerald and go Emerald. And then you hit Diamond, right? After you go to Emerald so many times. So be looking for some more information on that. So I didn't check. Meg, did you check and see if there was any questions like posted in the group or anything?
In the FitForce group, I checked as soon as I was done with my little presentation piece, but
I don't see. Yeah.
Screen here, so I couldn't really do it. I can check from my phone really quickly. Hold on, it's right here.
Okay, and then maybe if anybody has any questions, should they just why don't you go to the tips from the top group and post in there, and we can do answer some questions and stuff in there. And if you're not in tips from the top, get in there because it's awesome and there's some really, really great information going on in there. And you don't have to pay the money if you don't want to, but you can still join. If you want to win prizes at the end, then you just pay the money, and you can pay the money at any point. You don't have to do it right up front. So, oh yeah, definitely tag us if you have any questions for Meg and I so that we can easily find that. And or please feel free, guys, you know, you can always reach out to me, send me a message. I'm happy to help you guys out in any way that I can. Our team is doing awesome. FitForce is growing like crazy and it's like fantastic. It's been really cool to be on it since kind of early on, and I've like watched the growth and it's amazing and see how hard everybody works and how many people we've connected with. And I just want to see it keep going. Like we should be one of the top teams, and because we have so many awesome coaches. So Meg, you got anything else?
No, I think that's it.
All right, guys. Well, then I guess that'll wrap it up. Fingers crossed that when I hit stop that this will actually be recorded and go live in that little link where it's supposed to be. So thanks for getting on. Thanks for watching. And we will talk to you guys soon. Bye.
Bye, FitForce.